Welcome, everybody, to another Sunday sermon with JG Banks and No Risk, No Premium. We are not financial advisors. No one on this call is. So, no advice should be taken as financial advice, purely opinion and entertainment only. Cool.
What up? 11/21, 2021. What is up, my wolf pack? Chris here, No Risk, No Premium. Well, interesting week last week. OPEX, obviously. I think I let my bias get ahead of me a little bit, and I was just saying, we're going to go lower. And we made real solid support at, 466, 468 levels, and ended up cup and handling and going higher a little bit. So, that's a perfect example for you guys, for me, and I reflected over the weekend, like, hey, what happened this weekend? What went on? How can I get better? What can I learn from? It was like, hey, I need to trade what is right in front of me instead of wanting to trade what I want to happen. Okay. Perfect example. So for me, that was me all last week. Right. And, we made a few trades. We made good money. It was good stuff. Right. Could I have made more money? Yes, but I didn't lose money. So I'm not that upset. I'm really not that upset at all. Okay. This week, what to expect? I don't know what to expect this week. Obviously, Justin and I have looked in the past. He's been telling the people on the comment side. He's also been mentioning you guys. Historically, this is one of the lowest volume / liquidity weeks that there is on every year, solely because Thursday is Thanksgiving, right? Thursday's Thanksgiving. And Friday, the market closes early, close at 1 p.m. Eastern. So 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So guys, the market's only open for like 4 hours. Not even. Wait, 9:30 to 1:30 is 3 hours. Nope, that's 4 hours. So it closes at 1 p.m. So it's 3.5 hours. Right? 3.5 hours. So like, you already know the market is open less amount of time. There's very likely, when it's illiquid or low volume, like it was on Veterans Day, right? That bank holiday that we had last Thursday, or the Thursday before last. You guys remember what happened that Thursday? We had a slight drop, and then we traded in a really tight range. And if you tried to overtrade, you would have got your shit clapped. Okay. If scalping is not, like, quick scalping is not your strategy, you would have got eaten alive. So that's what I'm expecting this week. The only curveball that's getting thrown in is this whole SPX VIX 24-hour trading starting now. I've talked to a few people that I'm connected with that are on another level than I am, and I just wanted to get their feedback of what they think could happen. And I mean, some of them don't really know. They're kind of just going to be sitting on their hands as well. Like, hey, what the fuck are we going to expect here? Are we just going to expect a huge influx of futures traders into the SPX and VIX side so that the fucking now our volatility just goes stupid? Or are we pretty much opening up SPX and VIX trading 24 hours, meaning it's not everybody and their mama is going to be in there from 9:30 to 4:30 Eastern, and now they can trade around the clock. So now it's actually not going to be as volatile. Like, I don't know. I have no fucking idea. So I'm not going to try to tell you, oh, this is what happens. This is not what happens. But in the past, we know that this week has been illiquid with low volume, right? And a lot of people I know are actually not even trading this week. They're going on vacation. They're chilling, hanging with their family, bullshitting, whatever. So like for me and for Justin, I know Justin's going to be trading a little more on the common side, because definitely a little bit less risk as far as like getting he's not going to get premium eaten like we could on our side, on the option side. Okay. So, I'll definitely be doing less, but I'll definitely want to see what happens over in the overnight session and what happens tomorrow at open. So I'm not even going to give you a prediction of what I think could happen. I'm just going to say, let's just let the market fucking tell us what the fuck's going to happen. Right. Justin, I don't know if you want to take it from there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we'll just play it how it comes. You know what I mean? Like how we do it all the time. Yeah. We were riding CEI over the weekend. Mm-hmm. So we think that's going to jump. That was a swing we took over the weekend. But other than that, yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be historically one of the lowest volume weeks ever. So that means things trade sideways.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, there's a lot of people talking that it's going to be, actually one of the best weeks ever.
One of the best. I mean, yeah. Some of the
best.
It's
with anything when you're trading. You just have to, just do your support and resistance lines, your breakout lines on the charts, and then play it how it goes.
I think this is definitely a week where You would only really play something if it breaks, Friday's high or Friday's low. You want to, because if not, then it's just going to trade in the range. You're just going to get caught, right? Trying to
Yeah.
play, you know what I mean? You want secured breakouts to the upside, to the downside. Other than that, it'll just chop in its levels. So, you know what I mean? Just when I say I'm chilling, guys, like, yeah, I am chilling, but like I'm still gonna be watching. That's why we're doing the call. Still gonna have some levels on some things. But like, listen, I'm not gonna be like trade planning every day, like ready to get into shit. I'm gonna be chilling for the most part. Okay. So I think how Justin and I want to do the call is like, we'll look at SPY, look at the cues, right? And then we'll just kind of go into some of the swings that we have already established. Snapchat, Disney. I know we took some Rivian puts over the weekend. I think I forgot who called that out on our side, but they did a great job pretty much saying, here's the news, I'm taking puts. And it was basically the news that I think it was, I don't know if I'm going to say his name right, but Iman Efferson. I don't know if he's on the call. Iman, I think is his name. But yeah, he basically posted the news. I was like, Ford scraps plans with Rivian to build the electric car. He goes, I'm loading the fucking boat. And I know a lot of people on our side jumped in. Right. So I'm like, cool. I know Topher was telling us that NVIDIA and AMD, so the chips, we're getting a ton of calls for this week. Being a short week is interesting, right? So we'll definitely want to go over those. I mean, and Justin, we can go over whatever's going hot on your side. I know you guys said CEI. I think some people were taking some Prague commons and some Prague calls as well over the weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, CI Prague. I think some people took $5 Prague calls.
Yeah. I know Batman said he took some Prague calls.
You did the $5 ones.
The 5 or 6, yeah. And I know you guys were talking about that on the comment side too. So definitely some good stuff to go over, guys. It won't be, really that much in depth. I know we say that every time. We're like, we're going to do an hour. We end up going 2. I mean, that's just what we do. But, we're just going to talk about some of the swings that we're already in, where we can maybe find some adding levels, where if it gets that low, we can look to add to them there because we bought time on them. And yeah, so it's just, I want to jump right in. Justin, just we'll just start looking at SPY to start.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It wants a job.
Wait, hold on. I don't think you got it on. I think you're recording another screen.
Oh shit! What screen am I recording?
I don't know. There's some blue background.
Oh shit! My bad.
Yeah.
All right. Is it back? Do you see my screen?
No, it's just a blue.
Oh, okay. Let's see. My bad. I just set up all my monitors, so they're all messed up.
There you go. Oh yeah,
See
you got
it?
that new
Okay.
curve monitor. Thing's nice.
Oh yeah, I got the curved monitor. Got
Thing looks
in the middle.
nice.
I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah. Okay, so is this the 20-day? This red? Put the
It is.
Put the 8 on there too. The 8 EMA. Yeah. Okay. So you guys
Look at
see how
that.
it's riding that motherfucking 8 EMA.
That's called a trend.
Yep. That's called a trend, you motherfuckers. Yeah. Put the do the 52. Cool. Wow,
Let's see where the
low. 200 is that one. Yeah. It's so fucking dark. I can barely see that thing.
Yeah, I didn't come close to
Only
that.
really one time. Yeah, that was
July.
in July.
This is kind of close.
I got there, but then it just rocketed. So
since like June. Holy fuck.
June, July. Yeah, it's been a minute. So, I have no idea what's going to happen this week, but you would think the low of last week. Is this a daily? Yeah, this is a daily. So I'm going to pull it up on mine too, on my side. All right, cool. Zoom in or make it a little bit like taller, I guess that would be the word I'm looking for. Yeah. That low is what, 462 on that down candle through the 8. Yeah, about. I mean, maybe then the low of last week was what, 466 ish. We're just looking at a weekly. Yeah, I would look at last week's low, 466.24 ish, possible. But then, yeah, I think back to the 8 EMA would be very, very possible this week with the short week. People taking profits, just selling into the short week. right? And then have the Santa Claus rally take off right after, pretty much December 1, which would be that after the end of this week. I'm not too sure. Obviously, all-time high breakouts at 470.94. That's what I keep my eye on as far as like intraday trading. Obviously, the after-hour trading was about 472. I think its high was, if I'm not mistaken. It got to 472 after hours. So you'd want to play the 470. Hold on, I'm looking at mine. 470.94. 470.94. You definitely want to keep that on your oh shit. Sorry. 470.94 to the upside. And then that 468 level, if you go to like the 4 hour, you'll be able to see it a little bit better. Yeah, under 468, then 466, under 466, 464. Right, that's the downside. So I wouldn't play a break under. I'd probably play a break under 468 or above 471, which is like 470.94 ish level. That's what I would look at as far as like possibly playing a break. But it looks to me like, if you zoom it up a tad, Justin, like or make it a little bit taller. I mean, you see that MACD is curling down a tad.
Yeah.
Right. We've got the red histogram. The RSI's cooled off, so that's good to see. Obviously on this 4 hour, it's used this 100-day or the 50-day, as some support. It's used it twice now. It's got long wicks above, meaning it hasn't quite been able to get through. Right. So that to me possibly tells me it could be some selling. I don't know. But you've got the downside numbers. You got the upside numbers now, right? All-time high break, 470.94. And then I'd look 468 downside, 466, and then 464. That's what I'd look at. Okay. But yeah, it's sitting on that huge where there's a ton of volume. You know what I mean? So we'll see. The next, I don't know. I don't know where it could come back down to. 460 would scare some people for sure. But I think Topher had a good chart. If you guys want to go back, search Topher's name. Posted something in the water cooler about ideally this is what's happened in the past. I think it was Topher, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But said, hey, here's the last here's Thanksgiving week, the last pretty much 10 years they gave, and we got to see. It was pretty much a little bit of a melt up or huge chop, like huge swing chop, right? So let's see. Let's just see what happens. I think the futures are up. Yeah, they're up right now. They're up about 6 points right now. So that's good. That's good to see. So we'll see. I also am trying to figure out what the hell's going on with this VIX and the SPX trading, because they should be trading right now if they started today. Or maybe they start maybe it starts at the open and it'll just roll through onto the week. That's probably what it is. Okay, that's probably what it is. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, cool. So that's SPY. We can look at the Qs. Okay, cool. Look at the Q. So Q, same thing pretty much. Just ripping higher. It's holding that AEMA too, obviously with the tech, 400 big psychological level. Cool to see. Here with tech, same thing. It's what do they want to do this week? They want to melt it up, or they want to, take profits for being a short week and not as liquid. You know what I mean? If I'm thinking the illiquid part, then I'm thinking what happened Veterans Day and that we see some downside. Okay. Some downside. So you would think probably down to maybe about 495-ish is where I'd look. Other than that, it's an all-time high breakout. So I'd look to see what the all-time high is there. And I believe it's 404 and some change. Whoa, that's not. Oh, I'm sorry, 405.30. 405.30. That's what I would be looking at. Okay, 405.30. And then I'd say maybe a possible retrace to 401. 401 was like pretty much the recent all-time high. I think it was actually 399.43. And so 400, pretty much you could see a bounce off that level if it wants to come back down a couple points. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. Again, guys, do less. Let the market tell you what it's going to do. Okay. We have no idea what the short week could get. Huge chop, huge swings, or we could see some melt up or the massive volatility with SPX and VIX. I have no idea. No idea. Okay. All right, cool. Let's go straight to let's go to Rivian because I'm interested in how these puts are going to play out over the weekend. I think regardless if the market's up or down, I definitely see some downside here on Rivian just because of the news. Obviously, massively overbought. You can see how they created it pretty much the end of the day. They really took it down. I mean, it was up. I want to say it was up almost 20 points at some point on Friday. And then they just took it straight down. And I think it started going down right when the news started hitting, or the news kind of came out, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we had this bounce right here on Friday. See this bounce? It came down and then we had this big bounce and then it just sold off. And I'm pretty sure that's like when the news came.
Yep. So good call out by Iman. Thank you for that, bro. And I know a lot of people took a lot of puts for December. I don't know if they took weeklies because now they got the weekly option chains, I've noticed, but that should be a big win. So I think downside numbers, yeah, you definitely want to just look. Obviously, it's a newer chart. Probably the 1 hour would probably be good. Yeah, 30-minute would be good to look at too. But that 1 hour, I'm looking like 115 is our next level.
You want 115?
Yeah, about one. If you scroll back just a tad, yeah, you can see where there's some candles bunched a little bit higher. Yeah, right there. You see how it's used that before. So
123.
I think if it can get lower, it'll go there. Yeah.
Like
So
right
if it takes
here.
out Friday's low, or actually Thursday's low was about
I mean, it could.
120. Takes out 120, definitely 115. And then
Yeah.
the open price was what, 106? 106 for the what it IPO'd at? I think that
I
open
don't know.
price
I
right
don't
there.
know. The bottom though is
The bottom was
95.
95 or something like that. Yeah. If 95 breaks, remember they said it was probably going to open at like 78. Remember that? It was like the very first round. They're like, oh, we're looking at a 78 offering open. And then it was like 95. And then it was like 100 and something. So yeah, I would look at that to the downside.
Yeah,
You
look at
want
that
to make
market.
sure it doesn't get over Friday's high. That's pretty much it if you're on that short. I don't think it will. I think because the news started hitting a lot of sources like after the market closed. And even after like after hours closed too, so you couldn't even trade it. So we'll see. It could be honestly probably likely a gap down to like 110. Honestly, I could see. So we'll see. You guys, that should be a big win for you. Hopefully, as long as the news holds. If they see that as bearish, I don't see how that would be anything else besides bearish, where you have zero fucking sales and your main like person that's actually had electric vehicles made is like, yeah, nah, we're not going to do any fucking cars with you. Sorry. I'd be like, well, shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm sorry, SK says Rivian open around 116. That would be pretty fucking huge if it does. That's 12-point drop. That'd be big. And you would just imagine it would go back to the the IPO at 106 ish. All right, cool. Okay, that's Rivian. Let's look at Disney. Disney. You guys saw I got into Disney. Actually, when I was leaving the shop, when I was with Trail, which by the way, is gonna be fucking epic. Like the trading. Sorry we couldn't get it going, guys. It was I don't have a laptop. And I'm looking to get one. I have a huge desktop computer here. So I'm looking as a Christmas gift to myself, give me a nice MacBook and some extra monitors. And then I'll be able to set up shop out there with him. We've got his buddy Tone, super good guy. He's got a full setup. We got a full like 65-inch screen TV too, that we can airdrop like something from like their charts on Webull to it. So it's going to be cool. It's gonna be super cool. We're going to be able to actually actually call out and talk through like our thought process live on our YouTube channel so you guys could see what we see and what we're talking about. Okay. And then Trell's fun and Trell and I are just fun to do. You see, we get excited, when it starts going. We called those calls and all of a sudden it took off. We were having a good time. We called NVIDIA, or I called NVIDIA to him in the shop, and like he took it and it went nuts. Obviously, I said it's going back to 328. It definitely did. So it was just fun, guys. It'll be fun to call out shit live, right? It'll be cool for you guys to be able to see on like what we're looking at. Okay, with that
You're
being
gonna
said,
you're gonna have me coming out to Cali.
yeah, we're gonna be flying Justin. Yeah, Justin will be, dude. If
coming
Justin
out
gets
once
out
a
there
month.
too, yeah, if Justin gets out there too. Holy shit, we're probably just gonna have to we're gonna have to buy some property out there, Justin, and just call it
Let's
second
do
home,
it.
bro.
Malibu.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the we're gonna have to go pretty far back here on this one to see why I bought, or like why I alerted when I alerted, and you guys will see. Notice where it's at, right? You see that candle where it closed. If you look to the left,
Sorry, too far.
a little too far.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. So you saw the line that Justin did, right? Like initially, that was good. So we're like, hey, this could be some support. It bounced off it, right? And then it
Yep,
broke. We said, okay,
did.
no problem. So the next line that it went to is pretty much that previous resistance,
Yeah.
right? That previous resistance. We're like, this could be another level, right? And here about 152. I think it was about 152 when I alerted the
Yeah.
call. Let me make sure I'm saying that right. I was actually driving. Hopefully no one turns this over to the authorities. I was driving and an alert went off on my phone because we were in the shop and I wanted to get home before traffic started. So I was like, man, if this thing hits like I'm like, if it bounces here and holds, I'm like, we're probably gonna buy. So I had an alert set, it dipped down and I was like, okay, let's buy. So we bought it 172. Some people got it for like 170. I know some people got it for like 168. And then it bounced on the 4 hour pretty nicely. It was a nice, you'll see it. Yeah, we got some greenery. I'm like, okay, this could be good. This could be a spot where we could at least start to build a position. Okay, we could start.
Yeah, I mean,
and we went and got January calls. January 21. Let me see here. Yep, we got the January 21 $170 calls, right? Goodbye. They were already up. I think they closed at like 186 or something like that, right? Like right, 186. Yeah, 186, 187. Bid ask is 180, 184, 188, right? So 186. Very nice. Up a tad already. Let's see if we get some buyers. It's been oversold like a cuck. I mean, look at the
there
RSI.
it is.
I mean, at
Extreme
some point, there's going to be funds and Roth and 401k people are like, okay, listen, even though Disney's fucked up for this whole vaccine thing with the kids or whatever, or on the cruise lines, I forgot what it was. It's like, hey, still make movies, still have the streaming service. People are still going to go to the parks. They're still going to buy food. You guys know that one of the biggest revenue drivers of Disney is the food they sell at their parks. Believe it or not.
I believe it. This shit's expensive as fuck.
Hell yeah, bro. I had to do so I'm a finance major, right? So I had to do a lot of corporate valuations. And one of the projects I had to evaluate like 10 companies. One of them was Disney, and you broke down all of their revenue, right? And one of the largest ones was the food and beverage. Like weird to think, right? In the parks. Like it was crazy. Food and beverage out of the parks was a huge revenue driver. So interesting stuff there. Just random facts, random knowledge for you guys.
It's those churros they're making all the money off.
Bro, those fucking $30 bread bowls, bro.
Yeah.
You fucking buy a piece of bread, fill it up with some clam chowder, sell that bitch for 35. I'm like, but I'm fucking drunk as hell whenever I'm at Disneyland. So I'm like, damn it, I'll pay for it. Okay. Yeah. So guys, that's why that 152 level we like to see. That's why we bought that. We bought there. That's why we got in there. So obviously we're January here. We've got 2 months till January. Okay. I mean, I think there's enough time to at least get a nice pop back to the 160 area. And if we get back to 160, I have no reason to think that these options aren't likely a double at least, right? So park some money, just let it marinate, let it do its thing. Don't worry about it. Okay. Just plan the trade the plan. Okay. Simple. And it's a gap filler. So cool. All right. Justin, if we want to add to that, but that was my explanation.
No.
Nope. Cool. Snapchat too. I think we are in a swing there. We're also early to that party on a down day, but I thought it was just going to test our 51. I think it was 51, 66. I had a level there, which was the recent low. Yeah, like 51.66. It closed below that. Yeah, see how we had it here? Okay, it closed below that. But if you, snap. if you actually go back, you'll see at about between 49 and 50, there's another level that we drew. Look it, it's already there. Cool. But yeah, around 49.50 in there, you guys can see where Justin already drew it. There's another bounce area. There's another bounce area in there. Cool. So that's what, if it hits that level of about, I think I have about 49.07 drawn on mine.
Oh, okay, because that's like where the bottom of the price volume shelf is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because this was just drawn off of the support, but it could bounce off of that volume shelf. If you guys can see it, it's like right.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I like, yeah, about if it hits 49, I'll probably add to our, I think that's a January one, a January position as well. Notice we bought time on these guys. Always, time is the ultimate luxury in life. So we bought, yeah, those are the 65 for 121. Yep. So we bought those at something 130, 128, 129, somewhere around there. And okay, they're down 90, so they're down 30%. Okay. But if we could get a nice bounce area, we can buy, you can load up a few more contracts or whatever your position sizing is. And hopefully we get a nice bounce there. Nice Santa Claus rally would help. Okay. That's what I like on that chart. For Snap. Okay, cool. Felipe says live trading spy is going to be a movie. It's going to be a funny ass movie. You guys, a lot of you guys know Trell in the chat, but man, Trell is fucking hilarious. Like, so just to get him on camera is going to be fucking hilarious. We're also going to have Brian, Christopher, his name is Brian Christopher in the chat. He's LA native too. He's going to come take some pictures and make some videos and stuff. So you guys will be able to see, like we'll have some pictures and stuff and some videos. So it'll be some like candid shit. It'll be fun. A lot of fun. Okay, cool. Ba-da-ba-dum. Let's do, you got any you want, Justin?
Yeah, that list I sent you. I actually just spent Friday night like looking at just a bunch of charts because I knew I was gonna be busy this weekend. Let's take a look. I know Zoom has earnings on Monday.
Oh,
The thing about Zoom
All right,
is
so
that
hear me out. Hear me out. I know I don't play earnings. I don't. I really don't play earnings. But Aaron says, what are the levels on Snap? 49. 49 to the downside. I have 49.07. Justin has like 48 and some change. But yeah, and then are those no, just support and resistance, not fib. Just support and resistance there, Aaron. Okay, look, Zoom. I don't play earnings, but hear me out. It has not recovered since the last earnings. Has not recovered. Okay. Under 245 is like under 200 is where it's going to go. I mean, realistically, I'm going to look on the weekly here. Yeah. I mean, under 245, I spy 180, honestly. And if you're looking at the implied move here is 27 points. So, I don't know what you're thinking, Justin. I might take a Zoom lotto here. Like when I say might, like maybe end of the day, just lotto something out here. Like,
I mean, because even if you took one contract, if it does go where we think it's gonna go, it's gonna pay fast.
So guys, the last earnings I did play was actually Zoom earnings, and that was 3 months ago. That's the only one I've played this whole year because we knew that they weren't gonna do anything. And they've been so quiet. And if they know their stock price has been bleeding after their earnings, they will come out with any sort of article anywhere. Okay. They would have any sort of article anywhere coming out to try to help. If I'm on the board of directors, I'm the CEO, CFO. I mean, I'm dying. This shit's bleeding. And you own you own shares with them too. And you're just getting bled the fuck out. You're looking for anything and everything to help you. And they're not. Like, right. Topher says 220 puts were bought up into close. Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame them. I mean, just look at it. Everything's pointing down. If we could get a pop, like back to like, pretty much anything above 250. You said the 220 Topher were getting bought up. Yeah, I'm looking at the 1126. I'm on Zoom, right? Yeah, okay. The 195s. The 195's 3K in volume. 195's 3K in volume.
Go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
You're good, bro. I'll just talk on this one. The 220s that I think Topher's talking about, 3,800 in volume. right? I mean, if this were to break and it broke down, you know, underneath 220, or underneath yeah, I would say underneath 230, it's probably going to come down to about 190. I would think. Okay, I would think, and that would be epic. So, guys, the last earnings we did play, it was about 350. We bought the 303.10 puts, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I think Kevin said, yeah, Zoom Lotto paid us. If that's Kevo from the Discord, then yeah, I mean, that was a 10x overnight play. That was fun. That was fun. Yeah, we bought the 310s. Yeah, that's right. We bought 310s. It went to 306 after hours. So those 40 points out the money 40 points out the money were then in the money. I mean, it was an insane play. $1,000 would have made you like 18,000 or something. Like, no, would have made you 15. $1,000 would have made 15. Now I'm not telling you to put $1,000 on it. Okay. Now, when I say a lotto, I mean, like, I might buy a few contracts. I want to see, you know, and if I'm gonna do it, I'll probably do the 200s. The 200 puts are $1.70 right now, right? That's what that is. $1.70. Yeah, $1.70. 200 puts are $1.70. Yeah, the 220s, I do like those. They're not that bad. They're just, for a lotto, they're just a little more pricey. You got to know that the premium's getting pumped on those, right? I mean, the IV on all of them are fucking huge already, so just know that, guys. Okay, but those are like $4. So, you know, from a lotto standpoint, the 240s are, you know, $10, $9, whatever. That's expensive. Okay, that's expensive. So, yeah, I mean, if you just look at the chart, though, to me, feels like we're gonna head lower. Feels like we're definitely gonna head lower here, and I just do not see them. I do not see anything Zoom could do the post-COVID world that would bring them to relevancy again. They're like Skype. They were like the perfect Skype candidate for COVID, and now COVID is done. Well, COVID is done for now. People still try to make it relevant, but for the most part, majority of businesses are back to work because there's a vaccine that they're making you get. Okay, no problem. So with that being said, and all the people I know that work corporate still, and I know a lot of you guys do, they're not using Zoom, dude. They're using like the Microsoft Teams. That's been like the big one. That's all they use, if I'm not mistaken. If anyone else is working corporate right now, they can make a comment in here, tell me what they're using. But Microsoft Teams seems to be the one that they're using. Yeah, Teams is what my brokerage job uses. Okay, yeah, Justin. Teams and WebEx, yeah, companies, Kevin, companies using Teams and WebEx. Yeah, so you guys see, like, Felipe, I work for the government. We moved from Zoom to Teams. I mean, that should be your, yeah.
Yeah, because there's like a high security risk with Zoom, right? Isn't
Yeah,
that
they
like
got
a big
hacked
deal?
and shit. Yeah. Teams and blue jeans. Yeah, Wrangler, baby. Teams is packaged in so free in quotes. Teams for the win. Teams, DOD. Yeah, we use Teams at work. I think that solidifies we're gonna be playing some puts on Zoom. If they don't fucking crater it. You know what's funny is on the last Zoom ones, they actually were buying it up before the close. I remember because we bought and then it popped and everyone's like, oh fuck, man, maybe they think it's gonna go. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, there's just no fucking way. Like, there's no way, guys. I'm like, there's no way. And then, oh man,
Wasn't this that one earnings like right here, and then it just fucking ran all the way up, right? This was the
No,
earnings.
it was no. When was, hold on. The last
I remember.
earnings. Oh, is this the weekly? I'm on the weekly. Hold on. The last earnings was, if you go back to 8:30, go back to August. You see that big ass down candle right there? Yeah, that was our earnings. No, to the right. Yep, that one. That big ass one was our fucking earnings, and it went crater gator. Yep. 8:30. If you guys are look at 8:30, it was just a huge down. So that was fun. You know, that was funny. Actually gapped down, never filled it back up. So that'll tell you something. In 3 months, it didn't fill it back up. Zoom might be done. Zoom might be done. Under 245 is 230, then 200, no, 230, then 190. I mean, these are big levels. This is big. I don't see a lot of action. Yeah. You got to go far back, but you know, I think we could be playing some puts here. We're getting no risky on some lotto calls. So let's see. Zoom puts. Okay, what else we got, Jay?
Sorry, I was on mute. A lot of the COVID stocks are being ran down. Like as far as like, you know, the airlines, you have the cruise lines, like all the ones that got hit super hard with COVID, they're all running down now. And I believe it's in correlation to the rising COVID cases around the world. I feel like they're gonna like shut shit down again, but
You think so? Then yeah, there is some talk about like the whole, you know,
yeah,
some-
the whole rising COVID cases again.
well, they're saying
bullshit.
Australia. I'm like, well, you fuckers are like arresting people on the streets and shit. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, that shit's wild. But I
Yeah.
mean, so they've been running these down, these stocks down, like you have CCL being ran down, AAL being ran down. AAL is a
I
good
like this.
support.
Is
I like a
nice bounce.
lot.
Yeah, this is a nice bounce. I think Kevin was asking about. No, someone was asked about AAL, and I said 20-ish level is a big bounce area. So
Yeah, 'cause look at that
or
support.
19. I think it was 19 or 18. Yeah, as that's a huge bounce area. So I think someone took some long calls. I think the airlines ultimately are going to be fine. As like, and the more and more like you know we get through this whole COVID thing.
Yeah, right here would be a good level. So I'm looking at AAL for some calls as well as just commons. I like the calls and puts. I like the options for AAL. Like I said, it moves a couple cents. That's all. And all you need is for it to move a couple cents, and you're fucking up 10%.
Yeah.
So,
AAL is a great small account play. Like let's even see if you wanted to swing some shit on AAL off this bottom support again. Like I would look to go. I would go into January and I'd go by like think about this, guys. The $20 calls, which are almost in the money or at the money, are $1.20. Okay, $1.20. And the 21, so just 2 points up, right? Just 2 points up are 89 cents. They're not that expensive. If you want, you could go find out what's the top of this range up here, which is about 22. The $22 calls are 70 cents. Okay, and you got till January to get those filled. And you know that we're gonna have all the traveling during the holidays. So high, you know, there's always high traveling during the holidays. Always. So
I
like,
just read that we're gonna have like a record-breaking number for Thanksgiving travel.
yeah,
just
I
read.
could see something like that because like last year, everybody mixed Thanksgiving. You weren't allowed to travel, yada yada, whatever. You know, COVID. Now they're gonna be like, okay, fuck everybody. I'm going to see my family. I'm going to traveling here. I'm doing this, whatever. Right. So I do like these long for sure.
Yeah, so AL is another one I had on my watch. Let's see. Yeah, like CCL too. Obviously, this one hasn't found a bottom yet. I mean, it kind of has right here. So yeah, the MACD, I mean, all these look pretty similar. The MACD curling, super oversold, is on some support. So I haven't really looked at, I mean, I know they're going on cruises, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately these things are all on discount right now because they're all gonna get going here.
That's what I'm
hopefully
saying. They're, like, running them
hopefully
down.
sooner rather than later. But
Yeah, so I would look at all these stocks as far as like as long swings because they're beaten down to shit.
Yeah, they
You also have like DraftKings is beaten down to shit.
so I don't want to be like Dr. Doom and Gloom right now, but
I wouldn't take it here, but yeah.
like this is what happens when the market actually starts to adjust is like one by one you see these stocks just start to fall through support, like where there was support, right? These stocks that had the most hype on them, like the growth stocks for the most part, like money starts pouring into value stocks, the stocks that are going to be around in the future, that are already providing value, not the ones that are like speculative growth stocks for the most part, right? So
Yeah.
guys, keep that in mind, especially when inflation gets higher, value stocks go up, growth stocks tend to go down. So that's why I think there could be a tech rally that leads the SPX higher. Okay, that's what I'm formulating my.
No, I would agree. Yeah, because this is what I'm seeing is all these style of stocks are just being run down. Yeah, falling way
Yeah,
past the
like Fubo,
fill.
like Fubo, DraftKings, like dude, during the pandemic, like those all fucking went up because everyone was at home gambling. Everybody was at home using like Fubo TV. Like you see how it's just been kind of falling through support and it hasn't really found a
Like
bottom yet.
insane support. Just no
Yeah,
fucks.
no fucks, I'm out. You know what I mean? Like, so I'd look at this next level at like, well, 20, hopefully 20, this level holds around 20, where that
Yeah.
huge volume shelf is. That's what I'd want to make sure. I want it to show me, okay, are you going to hold this level? Right. So I wouldn't be so quick to getting in. The only reason why I really jumped on Disney was because I don't think Disney is not a growth stock. It's definitely, I mean, it's been around forever. Okay, it's going to continue to be around forever and continue to be a huge tourist attraction as far as, and then they got the movie business, et cetera, and the streaming. So they're going to be around, right? I view them as value, not as growth. This Fubo is definitely a growth stock, like Neo. Like go to Neo. Like although it's in the
Yeah.
EV sector and the EV sector is hot, it's like, dude, it got all-time highs and like it just hasn't sniffed them since. Like just hasn't been able to sniff them since. Right?
Look at that. Broke the trend line I drew and then bounced off of the 50.
Yep. So like
Once.
you just have to be weary about these stock, like watch a lot of the growth stocks not be able to be so growthy anymore because of inflation. Because what happens, guys, when inflation goes up with businesses that don't have a lot of cash, right? Those businesses aren't going to stand through a possible recession or a down cycle in the market, or a trough, if you will, for my econ people, a trough they call it, is a downward cycle. So the stocks that are going to stick around are the ones that are most used and have the most cash on hand. It's just going to happen, and they can afford to lose headcount people to cut for their bottom line if they need to. Okay, so just know that there's a little econ for you. But yeah, inflation up, value up, inflation up, value up. People want to get the most bang for their buck. So if inflation's going to go, they're not going to be looking at too much speculative shit in the growth side. Just know that. Okay. But with the Santa Claus rally, everything could get bottom. Who knows? So that's why we trade what's in front of us, not what we want to happen. But we want to have a game plan in case we see what's happening that we talked about right on one of these calls. Okay. Cool.
Some other ones I would consider playing puts on. I mean, I don't really know, but HD I feel like is way overextended.
Oh yeah, it's massively.
I mean, and if you look at lumber prices are like low.
We
like
could look.
super
So
low
what we
again.
could do, if you put do the fib off this one, like the auto fib, I think that gives you a retracement price. Yeah. So just look at. Oh wait. Hold on. Scroll
It
back.
doesn't.
Where is it giving us this? Oh, it's
It-
off. Oh,
Fucking something weird. The auto fib sucks on TrendSpider.
okay. Yeah, that's awkward. That's weird. Do a Fibonacci bowling brands? What the
Yeah, what the fuck?
hell is that?
Okay.
Oh my fuck. Don't ever use this. This will make you cry. Like, what in the fuck is this? This is like someone's like, oh, dude, the Elliott wave, I fixed it 5 times and now it matches up to what I said happened. Like,
Man, my
holy
Bollinger
shit,
Bands
what
on
in the
top.
fuck is that? That can't be a real fucking thing. Like, that cannot.
Fuck, that's hilarious.
Okay, yeah, take that shit the fuck off. Bowling bands are okay. Justin, what the hell?
Oh, my bad. I took it off. I thought I just took it off.
You didn't hit apply
Okay. All right. Oh, okay.
on the thing. No, it's all good. No, I definitely think a possible retrace here. Because it's really run from like, whoa.
Sorry.
So with lumber prices, like, right, what's cool about, they say that HD is like an inflation proof stock because no matter, and this is their argument for it. They say that because they're able to pass off the cost of inflation, and to their customers will still pay the price that's inflated, that they're gonna have to inflate because their cost of goods sold obviously goes up, right? Especially a lot of the stuff that they sell there. So like you can see from COVID being at home, okay, then inflation, you think inflation from a cost standpoint, people wouldn't shop there, is actually gone up as you've seen here. So HD and like lows are one of those weird ones where like they'll run when inflation is hot, but right now I think it is oversold, and I would look to do a possible retrace. Yeah, definite possible retrace, especially from like 170 to 408 to 410-ish. You
Yeah.
would think back down to 403. Yeah, that 4 hour would definitely tell us. Yeah. I'd look right in
We're
there.
on top of this volume shelf, 395.
What's crazy is we were
Wait, this is
playing,
400.
didn't we play the HD 380 calls or something like that? Those things went fucking nuts. Yeah, I would think probably a retest of like 395-ish. 375 would be an absolute buy.
35, so 35.
Yeah, we were
Oh
playing.
yeah, it's for the flag right here.
Yeah.
It's reached the top of that flag right now. It's like overextended it actually by a couple points.
So it
this would
should
be the
consult.
point.
It should pull back a tad here.
Yeah,
Probably to sub 400. You would think like, yeah, 390, 393, 395 is definitely a place it could pull back to.
yeah, major volume shelf 396 and then 400. 400 is going to be a big mark for it.
Yeah, that's also definitely a psychological level there for sure.
Yeah.
Let me just look at the
So I was looking at HD for some puts. I think it's way overextended. Even on the 4 hour, you see this MACD like about to
it's
curl.
huge. Yeah.
Because
yeah,
it's hard. Look how far away it is from the signal line, and now it's starting to curl. Like it's not. I don't see, even if it curls a little bit down, like you're gonna get a pullback at some point. It's definitely
We'll
overextended.
listen, we don't need the thing to go to fucking zero. We just need it to
No.
pull back. I mean, like
Yeah.
I'm not like, oh, if you're holding HD long, like fuck your calls or fuck your longs. I'm like, dude, if this thing could come back to a reasonable level, like that I think it should come to, then like, yeah, I'm gonna play some motherfucking puts on it. But even if like, look, I'm just gonna on my screen and I'll give you guys the levels, so you don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna do a Fibonacci retracement, which by the way, guys, I will be posting my video this week on the Fibonacci retracements and the extensions. So you guys have a homework week where you, instead of trading, you just do some homework. 410, what is that, 410.01? Cool. So to me, guys, my 50 level retracement, my 50% retracement level is 388. My 38 level retracement is 393, which I like even more. I like the 393 for my initial pullback. Okay. That's what I like right now. Okay. So 400, I would do 400, 393, 388 for the downside. Okay. That's what I would do. I like those levels the most.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes sense for
Yeah.
it to pull back.
And that's like, that's healthy. 10 points, you could easily make a nice trade. You know what I mean? Like, and oh, also I meant to say the put call ratio on it is actually, with it being on a bullish day, people were buying puts. The put call ratio is 0.808, meaning above 0.75 is bearish. That's bearish, right? There was the total puts to calls is, hold on.
Well, look at the last time it overextended away from the
It had a nice
200.
pullback. Yeah.
Dude, look how extended this is.
Yeah,
Like, you can't
it's
say-
ready to come back. It's ready to come back to earth a little bit. For
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's gonna just turn
Listen,
bearish, but
Home
yeah.
Depot isn't going out of business. That's not what we're saying. It's not like they're gonna close the fucking doors, right? It's like, dude, it's definitely due for a definite healthy pullback. You would
Yeah,
think.
so that's something I'd be looking at. Let's
Yeah,
see
I
what
do like
else.
that though.
What else was I looking at? Oh, same thing with Lowe's. I think Lowe's would be a good.
Oh,
it's
Lowe's
the
is-
same
so Lo-
chart.
Say low, yeah, they're yeah, exactly. They do
They're already
a lot. They
starting
move-
kinda
They move
did.
the same. Lowe's is Home Depot. Home Depot is Lowe's. I think Home Depot has a bigger brand name because
Yeah,
I think
they're nice.
Lowe's came after Home Depot, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody can correct
It
me
already
if I'm
looks like it's
wrong.
like wanting to drop. Look at that.
I would
MACD
say probably
on
back to
side.
240, right? 240 on this
Yeah,
one.
I could see that. Or at least we could get 247. But yeah, 240 would be bad. I'd be happy with that.
240. Yeah. Shit. that is bad.
244. The breakout is 238.63.
So yeah,
We're
not
looking at
bad.
top right here. 240. Yeah, you're bouncing off of these candles, huh?
Mhm. Yeah, those
Yeah.
ones. That's what I like. about
Yeah, so
239.
240.
Yeah.
I like that too.
I like that level a lot. So we had, I'm writing this down on my end too. I'll put it on my screen once. Where the fuck did I put?
I mean, because there'll be a sympathy. They should. I mean, look, they
They both
both.
should pull back together. And if you notice, they're probably gonna run with the market.
Yeah.
If the market has a down day, they're probably gonna be relative to the market too, so they could get a pullback there, especially since they're overextended, right? I like that. So Lowe's and HD are good.
Apple, I think, is overextended, but like you said, we could still get a huge ass tech rally out of nowhere.
We could,
even
but
more
like
so.
this week, would I mind a
Has to get a
pullback to
pullback.
157, 158? I would not mind a pullback at all. Like not mind one at all to let us get in. But I think
Look how hot it is, dude.
no,
Like
I think
33?
I think Trend Spider, like the actual, they posted, yeah.
It's
If you
stupid
look,
hot.
there is a top trend line, like a top trend line that it's actually hitting right now. Yeah, it's actually hit this top trend line that I think I had saw someone posted. Yeah, the one that it's hitting off of, you can see from the top of every breakout.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys see that, how it's like a little bit higher, a little bit higher, a little bit higher, right? It looks like this could be an area of where it could hit and now pull back. Right. And you would think every time it doesn't pull back a crazy amount, but it has enough of a little down day. So I would look at the previous all-time high, right, which is about 157 and some change. I look at there for a possible add to go long, right? Like 160 plus probably. Or even 155 was another big level, right? And then we also have the 153 level. Okay. So we can look to go long there. Shit, I'm sorry, guys. There's a bunch of messages. I didn't realize you guys were. Sorry. Okay. Topher, Zoom played the 11 and 2 o'clock rule for a downtrend perfectly. Yes, they did. Market makers are waiting for the wolves to make a move out of Zoom in order to create the stock for real. That might be possible. So I swear to God, there was like a time, like right before a lot of you guys got in, like I could not get any fucking fills from my bro. I feel like they knew who I was. Like every time they saw my order, they were like, we know who that is. We're not gonna fill them. Like I couldn't get a fill on fucking anything. And I'm buying like below the bid, and they wouldn't fill me. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Well, I think also another thing is like, I think it's like way more advanced than what we even think. I think there's algos that like it goes to each individual person like within the brokerage, and it knows like your trading style. So if
Yeah,
you
I think,
like,
yeah, for real. I
if
think they
you
have like a
buy something-
behavioral analysis on this. No, for real. Like they're like,
No,
damn, I
I'm
know
saying-
this guy. This is a good ass entry if he gets this, because this shit's gonna rip. I'm not gonna fill him. Like, you know what I mean? Like he knows.
Well,
He, like, I don't know.
No, I feel like yeah, because like if you panic sell all the time, I feel like you're gonna get filled, and then it's just gonna drop on you like
Yep.
instantly.
Yep.
And like so for the people who like panic sell and like they're like every time I buy in it goes down and then you sell for a loss, like they know that. So if you notice, that's like I feel like it happens to certain people and certain people not, but it more so happens to the people who constantly buy into something and then sell for a loss. And then every time they go to buy in something, they're like, well, every time I buy in, it just fucking goes down. And then it's like, well, that has to be an algo. Like it has to be.
Yeah, they have to know. They have to know. Somebody's got to know.
It fucks with you.
Topher says they'll lock down the country for 22 midterms. Honestly, Topher, you might be right. I don't know what the hell's gonna happen with the midterms, but I know that something's gonna have to happen because a lot of people are upset. A lot of people are upset with what's going on in our country. Okay. Jason says for the Zoom, we're the strike 200 of 1126. Jason. Yeah, we're gonna play those weeklies. You can't buy the next week's. Zoom is just a pricey stock. Okay, it is a pricey stock. So if you are actually looking to get a good like lotto play for like under $2, normally an actual lotto is under $1. Some say it's under 75 cents. And that's for like definitely a small account. You can make anything a lotto though. It just depends on your account size. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, I would be looking at the 200 puts for 1126. Yep. How far out would you buy Lowe's and HD puts? Probably the following week. So I give 2 weeks. If you're gonna look to get in tomorrow, I would go look at 12/3. I think is the next strike out. Hold on. Yeah, December 3rd. I'd look at December 3rd for sure. Oh, Jesus, sorry. All right, cool. Okay, let's see. What are we looking at here? Oh,
I mean,
SPG.
it's not a SPG. Yeah.
Guys, you guys want to know a really good dividend stock? This one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just, Lord.
basically
I mean, look at
they
this
they
though.
own like strip malls. That's all they do.
It's the largest mall owner in the world.
Yeah. So
In
basically
the
what you
world.
do is you buy into them, right? You buy into them when it's low. And then these retail shops and malls and shit, they're not going anywhere. Imagine if you would have got it down here during the pandemic. 60s, 40s, 48, 50s. Imagine if you would have got it down there and they're paying you a dividend. Fuck, this is like the ideal. But look, it's getting up to some resistance up here. So could we see a drop back down?
Yep. This was on
So
my
buy
put
area?
list.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that's another one I have on my put list. Watch. Other than that, yeah, obviously we have Prague, CEI, just all the Momo plays.
Yeah. CT says Roku. So Roku's another one of those plays, CT, from like a value versus growth, right? Notice how it just kind of blew through, right? Those
Look at
support
this
levels. Now
heavy support.
I'm not saying it's gonna go to zero, but what I'm saying is like, just be cognizant of that with the inflation rising, value versus growth stocks. Out for the evening. Thanks, Jen. See everyone in the morning. Pants emoji. Go put on some jeggings. go drink some whiskey, Jason. See you, bud. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay, CJ said I got in late. Any word on Snap? Yeah, 49 next support level. Want to make sure that holds. It closed just below our 51.66 support level, but we'll see what happens there. So just go back a little bit further to see the last time it was around 49-ish level, and that's the support we're going to play. We'll probably add down there, add to our January swing down there. If you haven't gotten in yet, that's a time where you could probably get in for way closer to the money, because it's on sale. Okay, it's on sale. But you guys, wanted to show you that it is going to show support. Okay, I think Snap is a value stock, not a growth stock, because I don't see Snap going anywhere. At worst, Snap will get bought out by somebody. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion. Okay, from a social media standpoint, I don't think it's going anywhere, and it's only going to grow because of the amount of advertising they're doing on it. Okay. Yep, hopefully that helps, CJ. Okay, back to Roku, CT. Yeah, Roku is definitely one of those growth versus value stocks, though. So just know that growth versus value. Roku got its pop because Roku TVs. Everybody during the pandemic was spending. You guys realize we had the highest consumer spending ever during a lockdown. How does that make sense? Right? First time home buyers is up 20%. First time home buyers up 20% with the highest unemployment. How does that fucking happen? And it's like, first time home buyers are not people that are fucking execs of companies or people that definitely kept their job. They're, those people that are struggling or fucking grinding every day, working multiple jobs, or, I'd say making under 100 grand. Cause in California, shit, 100 grand doesn't even get you a house out here for real. So like, we've got the highest unemployment, the highest consumer spending. And we got the highest home buying, first time home buying. Like what? How does this make sense, right? So the spending and the inflation, like that's this whole bottleneck of the supply chain is like, dude, it was induced by the consumers. The ports are backed up because there was the most spending ever. Yeah. My dad is selling his house, his home 30% above market. Yeah, I know people that are buying. I know people that are selling their homes right now and then going to they'll go sign a year lease because they made like 200, 300, 400K on their home, and they're like, they could go rent for $3K a month and pay 36,000 for the year, and they're still green, and they can wait for the market to readjust and then go buy somewhere where it's on sale again, right? So like, yeah, guys, a lot of things are inflated, so inflation is definitely still an issue, right? Still an issue. And not only is it an issue, this is also still the highest consumer spending time of the year. Q4, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, holidays, right? Presents, all that shit's going on. Everyone's spending, they're traveling for the holidays. Okay. So just keep in mind. All right. So inflation up, value up, growth usually goes down. Okay. But yeah, man, CT, good question on Roku, man. I don't know where this bottom's going to be. It looks like possibly here. You see how this was resistance, had a breakout and retest, and then it finally got through over here like around the November, October time. So yeah, I would just kind of wait to let this one show you a bottom. But I do think Roku is gonna be around a while. Like my sister and I bought my mom like a Roku TV or whatever, like a fucking TCL. It's at Costco. It's like, it's a nice TV. It's like a fucking 55, 60-inch TV. It's like $500, but it's nice. It's good quality. So they're also doing the TV sales too, right? But their big thing is like the to do the Roku streaming thing, right? So yeah, CT, I would just wait to let it show you some support. Okay, it's way under the MAs, it's way under the 200-day. Okay, like I wouldn't get too giddy on the call side just yet. Let it show you. Right? Cool. Hopefully that helped. Let me see. Hey, Jason. Wow, Justin. They're asking about CEI. You want
So thinking about CEI, it's gonna get diluted like fuck. There's a reason why laid back keeps pumping, because it's gonna get diluted. He's probably getting paid to pump. I can guarantee that. Let's see what else. Yeah, I mean, CEI, we're gonna run it over the weekend. It's gonna be one of those that you take profits. It's not an investment. Honestly, what I see, they just authorized. What was that? They just authorized to have or voted proxy file November 9th to increase authorized shares to 1 billion. Yeah, so essentially what's happening with the mergers and everything, obviously they need to pay people, they need to have convertible notes, right? So how do they pay people without cash? They give them convertible notes, and they're just going to dilute the fuck out of the stock essentially to raise money. So what I would do is just take profits when you see them. We're gonna get close to 2, but we'll watch it. Obviously, things can change tomorrow. We could run up super fat, but it took weeks, obviously, to get from 50 cents to almost 5. So we're not gonna obviously see this just jump up all crazy. On a daily, it is, we have the MACD crossing and everything, so I do see it running up. I think $2 we're gonna hit resistance. We see $1.87, $1.81 right here on the VWAP line on the daily. So yeah, I mean, this one is not long-term holds. It's more just take profits when you see them, when you're happy with them.
Definitely looks like a tradable setup for me. That's what it
Absolutely.
looks like. You get traded up to a buy off of like that 140-ish level and then a trade up to 180. That's not bad. That's not a
Yeah.
bad
So
trade at
the
all.
only thing, obviously it has room to run, but the only thing that's going to stop it is is dilution, obviously, because they're diluting it. So
yeah,
that's the biggest thing to watch out for.
Okay, let me see. Someone said, are Baba puts a good idea? Are Baba puts an idea? They can be an idea. Let me see. Let's take a look at Baba.
Let's do it.
Okay, wait. Did they just have earnings? Is that what this is? Like, that's a big drop. Unless fucking they killed Jack Ma. Yeah, they had earnings, so they can't. Okay.
But they're getting into the metaverse, I think.
They are.
Yeah.
Okay, so 138.48 is the recent low. I gotta go back here. Under 138, it's 129. So I would look to see if it bounces off of that low, right? About 138, 140, or 138, 139. If it bounces and it's like a dead cat bounce, then you might be able to play like a puts, like a 130 puts, because 129 would be the next level for sure to the downside. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Bob was doing, but they must have missed pretty bad. Yeah, they must have missed pretty bad. So yeah, you can, but typically, like, think of this, like, you see how it's already down a ton, right? Like, it's already down, and it's like it's like if that like broke out, if that, like, think about it the other way, like if that was a breakout, what that red candle was a green candle, like if you flipped it upside down, it's like, would you buy calls on that? You know what I mean? Like, would you buy calls on something that's been running like crazy? Like, I would think about it like that, right? So wait, I'd wait like, hey, because it could easily just double bottom bounce and then rip the fuck higher. And then you're caught buying puts on essentially will be a breakout to the downside. You know what I mean? Think about it like that. So just wait, just chill. Obviously the put play would have been before earnings. That would have been the main one. So now it's like, okay, we missed it, but let's keep an eye on it. See if it bounced off that level. And if it breaks through, right, and holds, it doesn't do a little head fake on you, then maybe you could take some puts to the downside. That's how I would play that. Okay, I don't know who asked that. Someone did. CJ, hopefully that helped. Oh yeah, let's look at the NVIDIA, AMD, Tesla. Okay, yeah, let's do NVIDIA. Yeah, so NVIDIA is a fucking animal. Okay, hold on. I mean, I'm gonna try to do. Yeah, I think Topher saw that they were running it up like on the for the later calls or for next week's calls. They were buying up the I want to see where this thing retraced to on mine. Hold on one sec, guys. Wow, look at that. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like this thing wants to go. It looks like it wants to go to 342 to me. 342, 376. That's what I got. Interesting stuff. Yeah, I definitely think this thing could go higher. The chips sentiment is huge right now. They're talking about ramping up more production for the chips in like Japan. Like I think Qualcomm and like LRCX and ASML actually make the chips product. So the production is going up. So the ones that actually supply them for like the actual finished goods product, like not the raw material, but the finished good product are going to be like your AMD, INTC, NVIDIA, right? So it all seems super, super, super bullish. Even after it's run up from 200 or 180 to fucking 300, it's still going, and volume is huge. So I would probably look for a pullback to like 328. I look for a pullback to 328. That's where I would look to if it bounced off 328. You got 328, then 325-ish, 321 to the downside. After that, I think it just rockets. So I like these. Yeah, the sentiment on them is obviously very bullish. You saw Topher posted what they were doing. 0.45 put call ratio, so definitely bullish. The biggest time in sales. Why is that not pulling it up? Down. I don't know why it's not pulling up my statistics. That's weird. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, I would probably look at I'd probably go December, just me personally, because I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen next week. I'd play it safe. I mean, the December 405 calls had 8,000 in volume, and they're almost $1. Wow. No, but the 350 calls for December 3rd have 7,000 in volume. Those are like $5, right? I do like that. But even for this week, the 350s. Oh no, this is December 3rd. Sorry. For the 26th, the 350s have 25,000 in volume. 25,000. That's fucking nuts. Okay, that's fucking nuts. So guys, know that you have 3 hours eaten off of your fucking theta from Friday early close. Then you're closed Thursday. So now you have, 9 hours because the market's open like 6, 6.5, then plus 3, we're almost at 10. You got 10 hours of your theta already eaten the fuck off for your contract. So just chill. You know, if you can avoid buying this week, I would definitely avoid buying this week. But I would look for definitely a pullback. Because what is this? The daily? Yeah. Daily. A pullback to 323 or 326, 7-ish or 328. That's what I would look at. But this thing looks like it wants to go like at least at 340 for sure. For sure. Topher, if you have anything you want to add to that. Oh, also the metaverse for NVIDIA. That's true. So if people want to live in the metaverse, and I think this is Baporo, I don't know. You would think that if they're going to have everybody live in this fucking metaverse, they're going to have some sort of infrastructure for people to do that. Is NVIDIA going to supply all the chips for all of the fucking technology, for the computers, for the virtual reality, for whatever it's going to take? I'm not too poised on the metaverse. I'm probably not going to use it personally because I believe in living in the real world. But you know, if people are, then fuck it. Charles says, hey, where do you find the options volume? Just go into the options chain next to the bid and ask. You should be able to adjust each strike for volume and open interest. They are grouped together. Option strike, you see the bid ask. If you're on the desktop, you should be able to look for volume and open interest as well. And it'll give you what the previous days was. Okay, so Topher says 330, 350. I do like those. I like both of them. I would buy December 3rd, 350s. But I mean, here's the thing. We could fucking rip higher. I don't fucking know what's gonna happen. So we'll see. If it dips and rips, then and NVIDIA dips and rips to 328 and it rips, fuck it. We're gonna roll with it. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's look at AMD. I mean, what a beautiful just breakout off that trend. Right. I guess that was a bullish pennant, I guess.
It said bye.
Yes, it's late a gate up. Remember when it hit like 120, 130? We're like, oh my God. And then it just said, okay, so yeah. Chart looks pretty similar to NVIDIA, just higher. Notice like what INTC is doing is still at 50, right? So like, it seems like my whole life, it's been between like fucking 40 and 60 forever. So, you know, we had that gap fill play. It technically filled it up. So, you know what I mean? We're done there. We're done with that one. INTC, play at your own risk. I don't like it. Kind of like Pfizer. Pfizer gets like the pill news and like, okay, it's 52, but it's been between like 40 and 50 like forever. Like, you know, we'll see what happens there. I'd rather play like a Moderna or a BNTX or something like that. You know, that's just me though. That's just me. I want to play something that actually has big movement on it. Okay. AMD though, AMD definitely looks like it wants to go higher. To me, I would look at taking this thing possibly back to like 166. I think it could get, if it has an all-time high break. 166, 183. Good Lord. Those are high up there. Those are pretty high up there. So, you know, I have no idea what's going to happen there though. From this swing, what did it? Not bad. All right, cool. Yeah, I would think through all-time highs, definitely probably another 10 points probably through this one. Especially if NVIDIA wants to keep on going. I like NVIDIA over AMD, me personally. Yep. But chips are definitely, if I'm gonna play anything besides the indices, it's probably gonna be NVIDIA. Just to be honest with you guys, probably gonna be NVIDIA. Right? Probably going to be NVIDIA. Probably not going to even do a Google Friday. I'm very, very more than likely like 99.99779% going to be taking Friday off completely, guys. Okay. As a lot of you should too. Don't fuck with it. Don't ruin a good holiday by waking up and trying to force some fucking bullshit lotto play and then you lose money for the week, and then you're down there, you're going to the weekend sour, and you're starting next week all sour. It's like, fuck it. Just chill, hang out with your family. Justin's not even going to be trading Friday. I'm not going to be trading Friday. Like, chill, 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 chill. I know a ton of people that are not even trading all week long. Okay. So definitely just a time to chill. Let's look at Tesla.
Yeah,
Tesla,
and then
Tesla.
just Tuesday I'll be traveling, so I'm headed up to Aspen for a little retreat.
Nice. I'll see you there.
Yeah, right.
I'll see you there. No. Yeah, so we'll trade in Monday. I mean, I'll be watching Monday. I mean, I'll be watching like every day. But like, if I'm gonna place a trade, it's likely going to be.
Well, fuck, this is gonna go hit that. This is gonna go fill
Yeah,
that
that's what
gap.
I was telling everybody. That gap fill up, still ain't got it. And that's
I
what was that
mean,
1209? What is that?
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, 12. Let me
12
see.
something. You gotta zoom that in.
Yeah, like
1209.
1209.
I would say
Mhm.
1209 is my first price target. 1209 is my first price target. Then pretty much like 12, pretty much all time high after that. And then to the upside, I mean, 1500. I mean, just keep it psychological and being Tesla. If it doesn't break the all-time high and it channels out for a minute, that's probably not the worst thing ever, right? If you let it cool off for a minute and can consolidate for a week or two, then it can springboard higher, right? But good Lord, the volatility is back in Tesla. I mean, good Lord. It traded in little fucking 10-point ranges for like ever, and then now it's just fucking gone stupid.
I feel like it's gonna go fill the gap.
I think
I
1209
mean,
for
look
sure.
at this. Yeah.
1209
I
for
mean,
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, just go fill it and then pull back. Yeah, dude. It would only make sense. And especially since it passed this volume shelf where there wasn't one and now it's catching volume again. Like, it would only make sense for it to run up.
Yeah.
I mean, 1188 to play it safe at the top of
Yeah, the
this.
start of that.
Play it
Yeah,
safe,
yeah, yeah.
1190. Yeah. So maybe or the top of yeah, so it's bouncing off of this resistance. So I mean, yeah, 1174, 1180.
That's still a 50-point move. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, you can still make money off that. And then if it fills that gap and goes even higher, great. Like, but shit, at least the magnet is probably going to be that 12 or the what did you say? 1188, 1195.
11, yeah, 11.8 or 11. So the bottom of this one, the next one would be 1150.
Yep.
And then I see like 1162, but the top of this, the body is like 1174.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, between 1174 and 1190.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think too. Cool.
Does it come
Yeah.
retest before it goes up though? I don't think so. It's probably just going to shoot up.
I think it goes higher. I mean, to me, it looks like there's a nice crossover, that 8 EMA and 20 MA. Like,
Yeah, it's actually pretty big.
pretty
Yeah, right
bullish.
here.
Look at the MACD.
Across the 20, yeah, across the
Yeah.
50 right now
Or
too.
the
See that?
52, yeah. If that 50 cross, if the 50 crosses the 20, I'm sorry, the 20 crosses the 50. That's what I meant to say. 20 crosses the 50. It's pretty bullish. And that
Game
MACD,
over.
that MACD signal line, finally both of them over. Like, woof.
Yeah. Well, the daily looks, even the daily, like, look at that MACD.
Oh, look at
boom.
that boy.
Bouncing off right here. Yeah, it just looks like it just wants to
Inflation is
go
nutty.
fill that
Yeah.
gap.
I think they're thinking, I think the Tesla faithful is like, he's gonna split again. Which, like,
Yeah.
don't put it past Elon. He's a smart motherfucker.
Yeah,
He
is.
might.
I watched this little interview with him, and I didn't know this, but he like open sourced all his patents. I didn't know
Okay.
that. So everything's open source because he said that there'd be no point to patent everything and then like not try to have a sustainable future and green future. Like, it wouldn't be possible that way. So everything's open source so that anybody can look at what they're doing and go build EV cars. I'm like, that's pretty
but
cool.
Nobody's gonna do it like he is for now.
No, of course. I mean, you can't. You can have the information, but just like us, like
Can't
we'll give you the
replicate his
place and
brain
everything.
though. Yeah,
You can't trade like us. Like, we're still trading. Like, so that's
Yeah.
like the difference. Yeah.
yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Okay, Topher makes a good comment. Says chip stock, like out of all the chip stock, Nvidia is the Tesla of chips. I would agree with that.
I agree too.
I would agree with that. Okay. Charles says, have a great night. See you, Charles. I know we went over that hour mark like we said. We always do. I'm sorry. Yeah, INTC just doesn't look good. And there was like that negative sentiment on like what
Yeah.
White House said or whatever. So, I'd probably just like keep them off screen. they're probably gonna go try that bottom again. I mean, if you want to play a 2-point move down, like, okay, cool. But like, to me, 2 points for options, like, it doesn't get me excited. It's not gonna move your contract. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when we have a 60-point Google move, like, that fucking moves. That moves the contracts. You know what I'm saying? These ones, these other slow, like, turn, like, that just doesn't excite me. So, like, guys, it's not that I don't like it. It's just that it doesn't excite me. For me, the risk to reward for my personal trading style, my risk appetite, it's not there. But it doesn't mean it's untradeable. It's not what that means, right? Just because someone calls out a play and they're like, "Oh, did you take it?" I'm like, "No," but that doesn't mean I thought it was a bad play. That's why I didn't take it, right? So just know that, guys. Lucid continuation push to all-time highs. I
Yeah,
have
Lucid-
no idea. I think Lucid.
It ran on Friday.
Lucid comes right back down to earth on the next earnings, likely. But like, they're like Rivian, but at least they have like 12 like deliveries or something like that.
I mean, look at the, I mean, I gave this chart out a long time ago. So
Yeah, the levels are almost to a T.
yeah, levels are there.
Yep.
Boom.
Does it
Bro,
push
this
to all-time
level-
highs? I don't know. I don't know.
I
See,
like this setup right here though.
no, that is definitely a bullish
To
setup.
push. Yeah, it's up, down, and then push back up.
I
Yeah,
definitely
can
think it
see-
could try. It could try it for sure.
yeah.
It could try that all-time high level. I'd probably, if you have calls, I'd probably take profits there or leave just a runner or two at that level, right? I would lock it in, because what if it fails it? Right, craters down, you lose all your premium. So if you are gonna take some calls, I would definitely look to probably play them there. And if it doesn't get through, like, you see a long wick, like again, like that last one did, see how it got to all-time high and then brought it back down to earth, right? Nice long wick on that red candle, like, and then it went down. It had a fucking, almost like a 15-point move down or 20-point move down. Shit, it went down to what, 42? I would just look
Yeah.
to possibly play puts off it, or let it confirm it's gonna close at all-time high and it could gap up. Who knows? Okay, good eye. Let's see. CRTX.
No, is it CR? Is this the?
Heather said CRTX. Is that earnings?
Was it a failed approval?
Uh,
It looks like it was a failed approval.
RTX. Let me see. I
Pretty
think,
sure
did we
it's-
go over this one last time?
Yeah, I think it was a failed. Yeah, I think we've been over this before, right?
Oh, yeah, right
Yeah,
there.
they-
The phase 2 out of 3. The Alzheimer's. Yeah, we went over
Yeah.
this last week. I think, or recently. To me, God, it was at 130.
I mean, so for these bio stocks that like fail, or they like didn't get fully approved and shit like that, like you could literally be sitting at this level for the next 3 years. Like just
Yeah.
because there's a gap, especially for bio stocks. This happens all the fucking time on all of them if they don't get approved. So like it can literally sit at this level for the next 5 years until they get approved.
And there could be other news that comes out, but the only thing that matters now is FDA news.
It has to be approved.
What the
That's-
approval process is, or what stage it's in. If it goes from stage 2 to stage 3, then it passed stage 2. That's bullish. But I wouldn't say it's going to go back to like 130. You know what I mean? Like this one is,
or even just fill the gap. Like it has, I mean, you
Yeah.
have, insiders sold 63%, and there's not even 1% of insiders that own this stock anymore. So like,
it could be closing up shop, anything, or like quitting. I don't know.
I mean,
would
yeah,
call it-
there's a
I'd be-
short flow. I mean, the only thing is, there's 20 million shares 40% short float, so we could see some sort of pop, but I wouldn't guarantee, like I wouldn't look anything past like this level, which would be 19 or even 15,
This would
honestly.
be one that like you could probably just like buy, something for a long, long hold and forget about it, right? I wouldn't try to trade this one. Because the only news that's going to bring it back up is any positive sentiment within the phase. You're right, Justin.
Yeah, and it got downgraded twice this year.
Yeah, this would definitely I would just buy and hold for this one to just chill. And this could even be like a Roth ad. Like imagine you put like $1,000, so you buy what 100 shares at what is it 13? So you spend
13, yeah.
$1,300, right? And like let's say they get positive news in like 5 years, or they pass it and blah blah, and it's back to 130. Right? And you're like 10x, right? You 10x your fucking your $1,000. So now you're at 10,000, right? From 1,000 to 10,000. And then when you deduct all that, or when you take that money out, it's all risk, it's all fucking tax free. Right? That's possibly how you could play that one. Yeah, this we'll just pin it and watch it from a distance. Yeah, Heather, this will like you want to look forward, but hey, check their website. When are they anticipating that they're gonna give press releases and just like set like dates, like alarm or alerts for you? But I wouldn't be watching this one trade every day. This would be a boring melt your face off, burn your eyeballs. Yep. But like long term, if you still believe in the drug, like if you know about the drug, you've done enough research or whatever they're trying to do with the Alzheimer's thing, and they just got a little hiccup, and you still think long term they could be good. I don't know. You could buy long, but yeah, definitely don't watch every tick on this one. Set it, forget it. Set it, forget it. Ba-da-ba-dum, ba-da-dum, da-da-dum. Let me see. You guys got any ones? That's all I got, Justin. Chill
That's all I
week.
got.
Chill week. I'm playing Spy and I'm gonna play Nvidia. I mean, I can tell you guys right now. And there's a good chance I don't alert anything. Okay. Definitely a week to do less. I know you guys on the comment side are probably gonna have some nice like news hit or something happen. So you guys will catch some good plays like you always do. But maybe a week for people on the common side to go check out, or on the option side to go check out the people on the common side. I mean, they're making a ton of money over there, right? Bradley, Euless, Justin. They got a couple other guys that are like really, really good. They call out really good plays. I have both the chats open, so I watch them all the time. Okay. Vicky Doob. Thoughts on AEI bag holding rebought too soon after making good money on it. It has been bleeding for months. AEI? AEI. I don't know what AEI is, but we can take a look. All set eHome. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Hopefully you didn't buy it like 8. Woof. Yeah, I don't know what they do, but it looks to me like it's not good. Whatever it is not good. It's just going lower and lower and lower. This might be one you might have to just hold on to it forever. Hopefully you're not holding too much of it. Hope this wasn't like a pump and dump too. That would suck.
It was. We played this one.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, we played this one in a
We
group.
played it? Okay. Yeah, likely, probably. I mean, I don't know. I don't see any. It's just not holding any support now.
Yeah, it's a Zach Morris play.
This one's on to you. You could just hold it forever. Maybe they get good news if it's not too much money or didn't kill you. But some people I know will probably be like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna cut it, take the loss, and just move on."
I mean, yeah, it's definitely oversold and everything like that.
No, it is oversold for sure. Like, could it get a bounce? Like, I would
Absolutely.
ask this: wherever you bought it, you don't have to tell us where you bought it, but like if it bounced to an area where you see that there's some resistance where you think it could get to, like would that break even or like very much like lessen and recoup a lot of capital? But if not, it's like, that's how I would assess that one. Yep. Sorry sorry I created on you, but hey, it happens. We all have losing trades. It's the name of the game. And sometimes the longer you hold on to a losing trades, the more it psychologically just fucks you. Right. So sometimes it is good to just cut. I'm not telling you to cut. I'm not telling you to hold. I'm just examples of what's happened to me in the past.
Yeah, so anything that gets pumped on Twitter, you take profits. It's plain and simple.
Oh shit, I was like, the stock's at 1200. I'm like, nope, that's
No, I was looking at
that's a global index or the global energy index.
uh, oh, where's my short notes? Where's the close?
Oh wow.
Oh wow, market cap. Is that real? Is this real? I'll set homes. Let's look at something real quick. I saw this. I don't know how real it is, but if that's on their website, that's funny as fuck,
Wait, what?
right? I don't know. I don't know if somebody photoshopped this or not. That's why I want
This
to look at the website.
what?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
They said, "Hey Zach, here's 100 grand. Pump this for us."
Yeah, dude, fucking post this shit. What do they even all set eHome? What is that?
Sustainable. Oh, it's like, yeah, it's like a sustainable, like healthy living. I think it's being built in Texas, correct? I could be wrong.
That's interesting. Yeah, Topher says if I play anything this week, it'll be Nvidia and Tesla on any dip. Yeah, I like those odds. If there's anything to move, it might be those. I'm looking at SPY and Nvidia myself. Probably gonna definitely just do less.
Let's see. Because I don't know if that's real. But yeah, is there anything else you guys want to look at? Any other
Anything
charts?
else? If not, almost 2 hours here. Definitely a week to do less, guys. If you're taking the week off, it's not the worst thing. I promise. I know a few people.
Oh my god,
Message
dude,
me
it's
some-
real.
What?
Oh my god. Where did I just see that? Oh no, was it leadership?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah. That's the type of stocks that Zach Morris pumps. 70 million market cap, and they say it's 20 billion.
That's interesting.
Where is it? 71 million market cap. But it says here it's 20 billion, bringing in profits over 1 billion.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Listen.
Look,
yeah,
you got to know that these China stock, this is the Asian stock, right? China, they're fine. They don't have to report like actual financials. So like, you know how like stocks here, if they want to report, like they get audited, like they don't get audited over there. So they can literally report where the fuck they want to report. And that's why people get fucked so hard on Asian stocks.
That's why they don't like China. A lot of people don't like China stocks. They don't play.
No,
ball.
because the
Yeah.
financials are 99% of the time 100% false.
Fucking cooked.
It's
Yeah.
faked, yeah. Dude, what a joke. That's
Wow.
funny. You're a liar.
I mean, it's just bleeding. It's just bleeding. Jesus.
How do you say that? Oh, he's saying from 5. Oh, he restructured.
Oh, the chairman's. That's what he's doing.
Uh,
So they're
he-
saying that he's probably the new chairman, and he's like, look what he's gonna do for us. That's what I would do.
yeah, that's okay. That makes sense.
I'm like, this thing did it IPO and go fucking nuts up to it went from 6 to 29, and it has just cratered since.
So we'll see.
You could just hold it. I mean, I don't know. That one's on you.
Oh, the thing about holding bags is like that money's tied up, and now you can't have that money to go make. money.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's
Thanks,
like
man. Have a good night. Yep, you too, brother.
Yeah, I think I'm done.
That's all I got, Jay.
That's all I got.
That's all we got. Then that's all y'all got. Looks like. Other than that, guys, hey, take the week off if you want. A lot of people are. Definitely sit back and watch and see what happens with this whole SPX VIX 24-hour thing. Remember, low volatility or low liquidity means low volume, means not good trading. So just definitely do less. Thursday's off, Friday's a short day. Other than that, we'll see you guys in the pre-market later.
See ya.